Where'd it go? Technical difficulties already. Look at that.
Uh-oh.
Wait, I got it. That's okay. The YouTube feed hasn't caught up yet. Crap. Why isn't it playing? I know why.
Oh, they always start 8 minutes late anyway.
Yeah. See, I try to do things.
It caught up with it.
Oh, mine's still saying standby.
Hey, guys.
Hi. This is me messing up. Professionalism.
I think we're live.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we are. So,
All right, there we go. See, as you can see, I am not Clint Novak. Are we going on here? Looks like it. Okay, so yeah, we're back. Some technical difficulties, and that's my fault. Just making sure you can't forget about me now, because I am here. All right, so I'm Randall. If you don't know me, let's go around and introduce ourselves. Who do we got? Ranger.
Yeah, Ranger here from East Texas. I don't know what else you want me to say, but
I don't know. And that's good. We got Ranger. Good to see you. We also got Jason here. What's going on, Jason?
pretty good. I'm really happy to be back doing this show because something was missing in my life, and I realized it was in the loop on air.
All right. Well, good to be back. So we're going to start off the show with just a quick rundown of what we've done this last month and a half, however long we were on our hiatus. Don't call it a comeback. We never left. We're still here. We just weren't. So pretty much my month of October was doing, park-wise, was doing Haunt. I worked Haunt at KD first time. I like it. I'll probably do it again next year, but we'll see. And that's it. Ranger?
I went to Six Flags Over Texas a number of times. I think I went to their Fright Fest 3 times. Take advantage of all that free food that I get from them, and wait in those 30-minute long lines for that food. I did all their haunted houses, and it's only $25 for the season-long pass. So they had some good houses. They had some not-so-good houses. Overall, it's not nearly among the quality that you get like at Hallow Scream or the bigger parks. But for $25, you can't beat that. So that's what I did the month of October.
See, I found it interesting because you're saying Over Texas was $25 for the whole season.
Yep.
Last year, Fiesta Texas was like $20 for a day. And then this year, they completely got rid of that. It was now all your houses and everything were included with your admission, which I thought was pretty cool. But
right. I'm interested to know how that went because, I mean, I would think the lines would get pretty long. I mean, that park tends to get busy, and it fills up when it's not peak season.
Right. Yeah, I can see the lines getting long, but that's everywhere you're going to go. So I would find that as more of a value because when I went through when we had to pay for it, you're right. There was like sometimes we were the only people going through the house. It was just me and my brother, and we'd be the only ones in there. We'd be like, and we still weren't getting the scares. We were still they were all just kind of watching us go by.
Yeah. There were some good scares in some of them. There was one house that was just darker than any other house I've ever seen. There was one that was on the same quality as like the Hallow Scream, which I also went to a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely a decent value, but not amazing. I'm going to Southern California next week. So this Thursday, I'm leaving for that trip. So I'll be going to like Knott's and Magic Mountain this week.
Awesome. So one thing I did forget to mention, last Sunday I did go to Great Adventure and saw the man right there to the far this way, I guess. Jason, what's going on? What'd you do the last couple months?
Well, besides multiple trips to Six Flags Great Adventure obvious reasons.
I gotta ask a question.
Yeah.
It's too early for those Christmas lights. What's up?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the Christmas lights because this Saturday, Holly in the Park starts at Six Flags Great Adventure, and I'm really excited about that. And it's going to be open pretty much every weekend through January 2nd, so it's definitely not too early for Christmas lights.
Yeah, awesome. We saw them when they were setting up. They were the tree was most of the way up or halfway up. Definitely had to start decorating, so it looks like it's going to be a good event for you guys.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And my favorite thing is the hot chocolate that we have. You can drink it until you puke, and people will puke.
Good. So multiple trips to Great Adventure. Anything else?
I visited Virginia for the Virginia is for Coaster Lovers event. So we did the King's Dominion and Busch Gardens, and I had an absolute blast hanging out in Virginia. You guys make me feel like I'm a part of a family there.
Well, we all are. We're this big coaster community. We're all here on a Monday night, talking theme parks and coaster stuff and all that. So, all right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. If you're in the chat room, go ahead and comment out what you've been doing, what parks you've hit up, how was your haunt season, how now we're going into holiday season, what you're looking for, and all that. While I'll do that, we'll move on to our first topic here. And since we're talking about it, it's the off season. Most of the parks are are either closed or going into their holiday event, which most of them don't run a full park. Rides may be closed, sections of the park may be closed. So we're pretty much wrapping up the 2016 season. So what was your guys' best experience in 2016 at a park? Ranger, you go ahead and lead off.
Oh, this one was easy for me. I mean, I went up to Six Flags New England, and I was there on Memorial Day, and there were not very many people there at all. I mean, I went straight to Wicked Cyclone, and I rode it 13, 14 times in a row, like about 3 straight hours. I walked onto it every single time, and it didn't take me real long to figure out that it was my new favorite roller coaster. I mean, it's got everything that I want. It's got extreme power, a really good drop, tons of airtime, inversions, just ridiculous forces, and it's absolutely an incredible ride. So that was for me, that whole day at Six Flags New England in May.
Awesome. Jason?
Probably riding the Frozen Ever After ride. That ride is beautiful in every way possible for a Frozen fan like myself. And I had every emotion throughout the entire ride, and it was so unexpected. So that ride was the highlight of my year.
That looks like if you don't follow Jason on his Snapchat, you need to. That whatever group or trip or whatever, that just looks like it would have been an awesome trip. Y'all did a lot of stuff.
We do these crazy trips. That trip was nonstop, waking up at 6 in the morning, going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, and just theme park. And we did 2 trips this year.
Awesome.
And next year we're doing what?
Oh, go ahead.
Next year, the summer camp that I work at, we go to California, and we're doing like everything California, and then we also do a separate Cedar Point trip.
Nice. That's awesome. You want to plug the group? If not, that's all right.
Yeah.
It's called, what's it called? Thrill Coaster Tours. And it's for teenagers aged like 12 to 17. You're just ask your parents for like a bunch of money and just go.
That's cool. Can't beat that. It gives kids something to do during the summer where at times it can get boring. We've all been there, just kind of sitting around the house. So why not go out, ride some coasters, meet some new friends?
Yeah, that's something I definitely wish I could have done when I was a teenager, but there's no way that me or my parents would have had money for that. Like, let me throw something in real quick on the Frozen ride. So my first trip to Disney World ever was in September, and the first Disney World ride that I ever rode was Frozen Ever After. So there was a point in time where that was the only Disney World ride I had ever ridden. True story. But it was good. It was well done. It was impressive.
All right, good deal. So I'll go ahead and finish up the best of 2016, and then we'll go on to what our listeners had to say in the chat room, because we want to. The show is for the listeners. That's what we're here for. Honestly, 2016, I kind of really didn't do much between moving up here. Fury, got to ride Fury. Fantastic ride, but I know I mentioned it earlier. The trip up to New Jersey on Sunday actually really was probably the best experience I've had all year. They were having
you're just saying that.
Oh, no. No, really, honestly. It was a group of us. We went out there. We hung out. We got to meet, not meet. I met Jason before. Hang out with Jason for a little bit. No lines for anything. Most stuff was either a 1 or 2 train wait or station wait. Nitro is fantastic. They were having the Grape Adventure wine festival, so wine tastings was. I'm not a wine person, but I'll drink it. If you're gonna sit there and say, hey, it's free after a small fee, you pay your small fee to get in, free wine. Okay.
Yeah, it has alcohol in it.
Yeah. Doing the safari, we went up there in May, Jason, and we didn't do the safari, so getting to do it this time was really cool. That's something different that you don't see at any other park besides maybe Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I would say, but like ours is so much longer than the Animal Kingdom one. It's about like a full hour of safari trucks. Yeah. And especially when the temperatures are cooler, the animals are a little bit more active. So you get to see them walking around, interacting, fighting, all that fun stuff that you can't see at Animal Kingdom because they're too hot.
Right. Yeah, so we saw them a lot of roaming around. The camp in the middle of the safari was really cool. Awesome, they had lion cubs, and those are just big cats, and I wanted to pet one, but that wouldn't have been too good. Almost bought a painting from an elephant. No, from a skunk. Almost bought a painting from a skunk, but decided not to at the last minute. But yeah, so that was 2016. Let's see what our listeners have to say here in the chat room. I was kind of scrolling through this earlier. Main Street closing, that's a big one. That's from Ryan Wilcox. What else we got here? So unprepared. Main Street closing night. Lindsay, you better get out to a haunt event. Even if you don't really like getting scared, it's great to go. You can people watch and watch other people getting scared. I do that all the time. It's great. Night. Six Flags St. Louis closing night from Six Flags Fan. And that's about it. There's a lot of Frozen talk in there. So, yeah.
Dr. Awesome the Wizard says they've passed out at SeaWorld, and that is hilarious.
Passed out at SeaWorld. Could not handle the Shamu show. They were like free Shamu. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go to our first video here. And it's going to be from Chris. Chris has sent us in a couple. Wow, that got really bright. Has sent us in a couple. Let me figure it out here. No, that's not what I want. Has sent us in a couple videos before. They're usually pretty good. This one's checking in from Worlds of Fun. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. If you give me 1 second here. There we go. We'll just do it this way. Boom.
There we go. I can't hear it, man.
It looks like fun, but I can't hear it.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
I couldn't hear anything on there, but I'm sure it was great. Chris is the king of making these videos for sure.
All right. Sorry,
Make
guys,
sure
if
you put
there's
it up
no
on the
audio.
channel for later.
Yeah, we'll put everything up. Like I said, trying to figure all this out. You know, I'm here on my own. Clint is out on a business trip, so yeah, I'm figuring it out on my own, and we're doing this, but we're here.
We're doing it together, and that's what a team is all about.
That's right.
Yes. So in that case, we'll probably just bump our other video if we're having audio problems, because really, sorry, Ranger.
Right, yeah, it's mine. I get my 5 minutes of fame on the show, so that's fine. Just put mine up on the channel. This probably is one of my better ones, though. I mean, I made several bad ones that went up on here, but I think this one is good. What do you think, Randall? Do you watch it?
I did watch it. I personally think you've had other better ones, kind of a little more funny, but it's still good. I know one of the jokes kind of fell flat on me, but that's just me.
That's fine. Happens to
But-
everyone. Not everyone is sophisticated enough to.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, but yeah, if you like some of the other stuff I do, just go ahead and give it a watch on the other channel. And if you hate me, then don't watch it. I don't care.
All right. So we've already done that. Okay. So scratching the other video, let's go into our next topic. We just got out of announcement season. A lot of stuff was announced, some of it good, not really a lot of good, depending on where you're standing, and a lot of other stuff. So, Jason, what are you excited for 2017?
I'm so excited for the Justice League at Six Flags Great Adventure.
I should have seen that coming.
That wasn't forced at all.
No, it's a really good ride. Why did you go to me first? And
So
I'm looking.
besides, we all know Justice League's great ride is getting great reviews from all the other parks. Besides Six Flags Great Adventure, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to probably at Look Fun Coaster.
The what?
Oh, we lose Jason.
Invader. A what?
You kind of broke up. So what are you looking forward to?
Invader at Busch Gardens.
Invader. That looks like a good one. Yeah, I'll probably make my way over there as soon as I can. So I can't argue with that. How about you, Ranger?
Well, first, Jason, I'm just wondering, out of curiosity, have you been on any of the Justice League rides?
Yes, I had just ridden the one at Great America this summer.
Good. Yeah, they're very, very good rides. But I'm looking forward to that brand new roller coaster in the Smoky Mountains, Lightning Rod. Yeah, it's definitely what I'm looking forward to next year. But other than that, for real, Mystic Timbers.
Mystic Timbers.
That looks like it's going to be the better of the GCIs that are coming next year. I mean, they're both going to go through very thick forests. It's just going to be taller, longer, and more airtime. I think Invader has a lot of potential, though. It's only going to be a little bit smaller than Prowler, which is at Worlds of Fun, the park that Chris just went to. But, I mean, Prowler is only about 95 feet tall, and it's very, very good. So if you cut off, like 15 feet off of that, I still think there's pretty high potential there.
Good. Yeah. I was looking at that, and that's going to lead into our next topic that we'll cover after this. GCI versus what's your favorite GCI? So we'll cover that in a minute. Let's go ahead and if you're in the chat room, start. What are you looking forward to? I see some people have already doing it. So keep it in there. We'll get to it. What I'm kind of looking forward to, it's honestly, we got 2 new holiday events this year. Well, that's this year. Never mind. Next year, yeah, Invader's a good one. You know, that's kind of just down the road from here. I'll go along with you, Ranger, and say Lightning Rod, because when I went this season, it wasn't open.
Right, you and everyone else.
Right. Well, no, Drew the intern just got on it. Got one ride on. So he said it was fantastic. So I'm looking for it. I'll probably make my way that way. And yeah, that's about it. There's not much that's going to get me out to a park. I mean, if I go up to Kings Island, Mystic Timbers, but I'm not going to go just for that. It's going to go because I've never been to that park. So the whole thing's going to be an experience.
Oh, you've never been to Dollywood?
I've been to Dollywood. I went this year when we were supposed to do our free RT for Lightning Rod.
Oh, okay.
But that got canceled, but I still went because, again, I'm like the least traveled coaster person of all. Jason, you still with us?
I am still with you.
Okay, because your picture was just frozen with like a big old smile on your face. All right. So, yeah. This year, next year I'm looking forward more to traveling more. I want to hit up all the Pennsylvania parks because I've never been up there. I want to go to Kings Island, Cedar Point. Haven't been there, so if I can make those, I'll be a happy man.
Yeah, I'm making the Cedar Point, Kings Island, Kentucky Kingdom trip next year as well.
Let's see. The chat room says Justice League from New England Coaster Club, Mystic Timbers, The Joker. Jimmy Fallon, Lindsay says that one looks like. Please, Jason, tell us how you feel about that.
I'd rather have my eyes stabbed with a fork repeatedly than ride that.
Okay, that's
No offense, though. No offense. I'm sure it's going to be a great ride.
Did you see the making of or the behind the scenes video they released?
Yeah, and just Jimmy Fallon is one of the most funniest people on late night ever. Said no one.
He's
true.
really not too bad, but I mean, I'm a huge Jay Leno fan. Like, I would watch his show religiously for like 4 years. I went and I saw him in person one night. So, I mean, it's hard for anyone to be that funny in my mind. But I think he's all right, though. I think he's middle of the pack for what we got right now.
I don't know. I got into John Oliver, and I know that's only like every Sunday or every other Sunday, but
yeah,
that's hilarious.
Funny. Yeah, he can be funny. I think Colbert is pretty funny, too.
Oh, Colbert. Did you see his live special?
I did not. I'm sure it was fantastic, though.
It was depressing at points.
Yes, it was, because, he had all these jokes for Trump was losing, but he was winning, so he's kind of like, yeah, we can't do that. So that's our little political part right there. That's all you get. Sorry.
That's it. It's over.
Wait, there was an election?
Yeah, that's basically what they said on the podcast.
Yeah.
What?
Gavin did put this, and I thought this is great news for me because I'm right down the road from the park. Chick-fil-A being on the all-season dining pass.
That's amazing. That's at King's Dominion?
King's Dominion, yep.
Nice.
Oh, and Panda Express.
Whoa. Yeah, at the Six Flags parks, they take out all the chain restaurants. Well,
Yeah.
most of them. There's like Johnny Rockets, but the Panda Express and I'm trying to think what else they have. Yeah, some of the more the nicer options you don't get on the Six Flags
Right.
Pass.
Now I know Six Flags they're introducing their own. Some like 2 parks have it. It's called Chop Six, and it's supposed to be like their take on Panda Express, which is on the dining plan.
Right, yeah, I haven't been to one of those yet. I gotta say though, at Jason's park, they actually have pretty good food there. I mean, at Magic Mountain and Great Adventure and Six Flags New England have the best food of all the Six Flags parks, at least with regards to what you can get with a dining pass.
It's almost everything when you look at the menu.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
good.
few
Yeah.
things, but like I would say a good 75% of any food there is on the dining plan.
Yeah, and
Which
they
is
got like
fantastic.
Rita's Ice and stuff too.
Well, Jason even pointed this out to me. They have a healthy food stand. If you want something not theme park food, aka what I call un-American, you can go
So
there.
you're saying it's not American.
That's my personal opinion, because I kind of have a tradition when I go to a park, I get a funnel cake.
Yeah, see, I can't do that because I'm there every day.
Well, yeah, I understand. So, I mean, I wouldn't get one every day. I haven't done it in a while because I've been kind of more enamored with other stuff. So, but usually when I go to a park, I get a funnel cake.
I can eat like 5 bites of a funnel cake and then I get sick. First 2 bites is like, this is delicious. I love this. And then like 20 seconds later, it's like, I'm going to throw up.
And no, I am not the legend. Whoever put that in the chat room. Someone's like, hey, the replacement for Clint, are you the legend? No. I'm Forgotten Randall.
Forgotten Randall. You need a nickname, Randall.
I'm pretty sure I'm like one of the few that don't have one in the loop.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's 2017. So kind of fed, we're talking about Mystic Timbers. GCI coming to Kings Island. Ranger brought this up when we were getting our show topics here. What is your favorite GCI? Ranger, since you did it, go ahead and start.
I got a whole top 5 list that I'm gonna run down. Mostly just to correct Legend and Drew, because they told theirs and I have to get mine out there. I'm kidding, of course, but this is my opinion. I've got Thunderhead at 5, American Thunder at 4, Renegade at 3, Gold Striker at 2, and Apocalypse at 1. I mean, Apocalypse, the layout isn't super fantastic, but that second drop, it looks like you're going to smack right into that bridge, and then later in the ride, there's this big fire explosion. And I mean, those 2 things just make that ride for me. But yeah, Gold Striker and Renegade, a close second and third there. I would make it a priority to get out to Great America and Valley Fair if you have the opportunity to get on those 2 fantastic roller coasters.
All right, I'll make mine short and sweet. My winner by default is Thunderhead, because that's the only one I've been on. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I look forward to riding more. So Invader when it comes around, and getting on some more of those because I need to experience them. I'm more of the your hat there Ranger with Iron Rattler, RMC. I've been on more of those than anything else.
Yeah, also very good. I mean, the RMCs some of them are really, really different from each other. I mean, the GCIs, you get a very similar ride no matter which one you're going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, comparing like a Wicked Cyclone to the what's the one in Silver Dollar City?
Outlaw Run.
Outlaw Run, that one, and then like Iron Rattler, Twisted Colossus. I mean, some of them are very, very different from each other.
Yeah. Yeah. So also I'll plug the one Intamin plug and play. El Toro, fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward. I need to get on some more GCIs. Jason, how about you? What's your favorite GCI?
I thought about this for a while, and I've got to say it's Lightning Racer, Hershey Park. It's just a really fun ride. It doesn't have as much airtime as I'd like, but overall, it's a fantastic ride.
Okay. What are your thoughts about Mystic Timber coming up?
I'm sure that ride's going to be fantastic, and who knows, it may take my top GCI spot when I ride it eventually. But right now, just Lightning Racer and the way it interacts with each other is a lot of fun.
Right, Mystic Timbers is going to be the tallest one in North America, isn't it?
I would guess. I don't know. I'm not a stat person.
Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was going to be a thing. But I mean, it's part of what makes the GCI so exciting is the twister layout, though. You know, it's going in and out of itself a bunch of times, and it looks like you're always going to hit your head on something. That's part of what makes it so exciting and make it feel like it's going faster than it is. So I'm a little bit skeptical of Mystic Timbers for that reason, just being mostly an out and back. But I think it should be pretty solid, though.
All right, good deal. Again, interesting. What's going to be in the shed?
Nothing. It's going to be an empty shed. You're going to pull in. There'll be a big, haha, we got you. Ride ends. I'm calling it.
That's on the record. That is recorded now. We have that on tape.
No, that's what's going to happen. I have inside information on this one, actually. That's what they're going to do with Hurler at King's Dominion, is they're going to do the shed thing, and then that's how that one's going to work out.
Let's see. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So I went ahead and brought in Josh here. He is our when we were doing this a long time ago, he would have his we had his models on or his drawings. There he is. Say hi, Josh.
Finally got a webcam.
All right, good deal.
Last time I was on webcam.
All right. So Josh, what do you feel about GCIs?
Oh goodness, I'm like you. I've only been on one, and that's Thunderhead. So that's the default for me.
All right. What Mystic Timbers?
You know, the one thing I've noticed about looking at roller coaster POVs, particularly wooden roller coasters, and including RMC, is that a lot of these animations, even for some B&Ms, they look slower. And then when you actually ride it, for example, one day I was out and about in the park, and I was off, and I decided to go get on Fury. One, it was about 110 degrees, and two, the train I was on had it was full. Everybody was a little overweight. They took a radar gun. That train was going 115 miles an hour.
Oh wow!
At like Thunderhead, when I rode twice, and it was in the back seat both times. I rode once, and then it came a torrential rainstorm, and I rode again. Much faster. Well, it felt faster, but I know it felt smoother. So, Mystic Timbers seems to me that it'll really good pops of airtime.
Yeah, airtime's great on a wooden coaster. I mean, especially with just most of them have just a lap bar. And again, going back to El Toro, I'm a bigger guy, so I kind of have to get squished in there. But even with that lap bar being pushed down as far as it can go, size-wise, my size, I'm still getting thrown out of it. That's awesome. So yeah,
I'm pretty sure most. Sorry, I'm pretty sure most of the GCIs actually have seat belts. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But the lap bars feel really good though to me. I mean, they're very well designed and they're very comfortable.
The trains in general are very comfortable with the padding.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So soft.
Yeah, the Millennium Flyers are seem to be a great train. I know I was in line to ride Gwazi one time, and we were actually sitting in the train, and a lightning storm came. So we were like, well, that's that. And it was up and down all day, so we never really made it back to ride Gwazi, but apparently that's a good thing.
Yeah, save yourself some back pains on that one. I don't know what happened. I don't know why that one is so terrible. I mean, that is the only one that just shook you to death. All the other ones were pretty good.
I could say that it was the Florida temperatures. I mean, take Dollywood for example. Have like a humid climate, so moisture in the atmosphere is what benefits a wooden coaster. Gwazi, I'm assuming it was really hot and dry. A lot of the times it was open, and so the wood wouldn't expand; it would contract.
Wait, I mean, is it dry there in Tampa though? I would thought it would be humid in Tampa.
That's what I would think, but I'm not sure. I've never been there.
I mean, I remember Adam House was on here not too long ago, and he brought that up, not necessarily about Gwazi in particular, but just about the properties of wood and humidity. I might go back and review what he said there. The great Adam House has to say.
Yeah, on the on-air channel, we do have that interview with Adam House, formerly of the podcast. He's now worked his way up from, I think he was in just a shop guy. He now is like a senior designer. So be sure to check that out. It's one of the last few videos we've done. Give it a look. Some great information on there.
Yeah, I'd really like to meet him and have a conversation with him someday. I mean, I don't work in the amusement park industry, but I'm an engineer myself, and there's some technical questions I'm really interested to get a high-level answer from him or someone else who does that sort of job.
Yeah, it's interesting. Oh, go ahead.
I guess what we find interesting then is when they're having to retrack a coaster like Ghost Rider, is they have to figure out the wood that's good and the wood bad. So,
but I think he said with Ghost Rider they took all that down and redid all. I think it was like 7 layers of wood before they even put the steel topper down, where it actually rides on the steel.
Structure.
Oh yeah, structure-wise, yeah. All right. Let's see, anything in the chat room? I'm taking a look here. Lightning Racer or Thunderhead seem to be the two. There's a couple of those. Renegade. Planet Coaster now has RMCs in it, and apparently they look really good. Josh?
That game is amazing. I was playing it earlier, and the only thing for me, the only issue with the game is when you're trying to build a roller coaster, it's not like No Limits where you can select all your nodes and you can smooth it out. In Planet Coaster, if you smooth it, it's a very tedious process. Like right now I'm trying to build Fury, and the banking sometimes does that, and it's really hard to smooth it out. So I hope they can tweak that and make it more like No Limits. But other than that, the game is beautiful.
Yeah, that's one. If you haven't heard of it, that's one of the newer games that has come out. So maybe it's still in develop. They're still trying to maybe work some stuff out.
Yeah,
I have a Mac, so I really can't play much. Like I said, I would love to play like Roller Coaster Tycoon World, but it's PC only right now.
According to a lot of people, and myself included, Planet Coaster beats RCT World out of order.
Interesting. Jason, how about you? You play any coaster games or anything like that?
I do. I play Tycoon World right now, and I don't have Planet Coaster yet. I'm not picky, so like if there's a roller coaster and I can put it somewhere and then I can put a sidewalk next to it, I'm happy. So I'm not really picky with that. So I do like Tycoon World, but I can't wait to try Planet Coaster when I have my next free time.
So do you
Oh, go ahead.
So you don't have the game yet?
I do not have Planet Coaster yet, but I plan on getting it maybe within the next 2 weeks.
All right. Well, the game releases in a couple of days, I think. So.
Yeah. Lindsay in the chat room says it comes out on the 17th, officially.
The beta released last Wednesday, I think, or last Thursday. They were a little late with it.
That's a quick beta then.
But then again, the alpha was released, what, 6 months ago or something like that? A while ago.
True. I will say Theme Park Studio is still in beta, and that's been for like over a year.
Yeah. I mean, that one looks decent as well, but we'll see what happens.
Or they say it's early release. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ranger, you play any games?
I don't play any roller coaster type games right now. I mean, I pretty much just work and sleep during the week, and then on the weekends I either hop on airplanes to go places, or I spend weekends recovering and watching sports. And planning my next trips. So I
Ain't
don't
nothing
have,
wrong with
I
that.
don't, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time for games at this point. If I had more time, it might be something I'd pick up.
So on my old phone, I had RCT 3, full game on my phone, and I thought that was the
Nice.
best thing ever. I was like, it's a full game right here. Now, granted, it was hard to actually
Yeah,
work around
find,
it.
like Flake, yeah.
Yeah, but it was the full game on my phone. And I was like, when this came out originally, you had to like upgrade your computer to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, I played the Roller Coaster Tycoons when I was in college, and they were a lot of fun. But nothing really before that, and nothing after that.
Gotcha.
I think the guys who made Planet Coaster, their Frontier, I think they're also the ones that done the Thrillville games on the PS2.
Hmm.
I can't remember. That sounds right.
I would not know about that. I'm a Xbox guy myself, so.
Oh yeah. I grew up with
Yeah.
Sony, but then Sony can't make a half decent game for a ride. So, like here at the park with the Plants vs Zombies. Oh my goodness.
No.
We should have gone.
Well, now
Xbox.
you could have practiced there when you were at Carowinds. All right. Let's see. Chat room is talking Roller Coaster Tycoon. Ryan Wilcox does say Planet Coaster all the way, and there is no comparing RCT World to Planet Coaster. So
That is definitely true.
yeah, I saw that video you started making of your of Fury, and I like how it's the same thing. It just kind of runs off the track and skids across the ground.
They should have put a bunch of people in there so we could knock them over like bowling pins.
Oh, people have already done that. Just search it up. I saw one earlier. I was going to click on it and watch it, but I forgot to. So.
It happens.
And the game, in that game, they're wanting to create as many rides and coasters as possible, but then again, you also have to deal with branding. So you can't name like in Planet Coaster, they call it a Giga Coaster, but it's really just a B&M, a Giga, that train style. So you have to do it a specific way, but the scenery, it's beautiful. You can like one building, you can put hundreds of pieces in to make just one building. So all the buildings are custom made by you if you want to.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you want to put the time into it, that is.
Well, yeah, and there's people that will put time into it. It's
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
you get hooked.
When they released the beta, the park map was barely big enough to hold Fury, and so everyone was wanting the park map to be much larger. So they updated the beta today, and it downloaded about 3 hours ago. So I was testing with it. They increased the map size by 2.5 times. So the map is huge now.
Josh Gavin wants to know, what do you use to record your gameplay?
NVIDIA Shadowplay. It comes with the NVIDIA programs.
All right, well, there you go, Gavin. You got your answer.
And then for streaming, I use Game Show.
All right. So if anybody's interested in making their own parks and putting it out to the world like Josh does, there you go. There's your programs. All right. Any more on that? Games, computer games, simulators? Nope. One slide. Nope. We're done. All right. Now we're going to play a little game, and I will turn this over to Jason.
So this week is IAPA, as you all probably know, and every year there's a list of people who are first-time exhibitors, and they can be anywhere from vendors, or they can relate to theme park design or whatever. But so we're gonna play a game called First Time Exhibitor or Completely Made Up, where I will list a name, and the other 3 people will play either hold up a green if they think it's a real first time exhibitor, or they'll hold up a red item if they think it's something I completely made up. And then I'll count down from 3, 2, 1, and then you hold it up. That way there's no cheating. And then if you're in the chat room, you can play along by tallying up the ones that you got correct and give us your final score at the very end. And I have about like 24 of these, and let's see if how many we can get right. Does
All
that
right,
sound cool?
let's give it a second. Josh, that sounds great. Josh, if you want to play, go ahead. We'll let you get some stuff together.
I got 2 things.
Okay. You got red and green?
Yep. Let me just do that.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to start off with the first one. And it's called Prominent Fluid Controls, Inc. First-time exhibitor or completely made up? 3, 2, 1.
All
I
green.
can't see either. Okay, you're all green? Okay. That is all true. It is a real first-time exhibitor. Okay, how about Accelerate? Real first-time exhibitor or completely made up? 3, 2, 1.
Say it again. I didn't hear you.
Accelerate.
Accelerate. All right.
Okay.
I can't see Josh. What's he holding up?
You got 2 reds and a green.
Okay. That is a real one.
Oh.
Oh,
So Randall's already losing.
Yeah.
All right, let's try Circus Hill. Circus Hill. Three, two, one. Why I cannot see anyone. Why is it so slow?
I don't know. You got
you can
2 reds and a green. Me and Ranger are red. Josh is green.
That is a real one.
Oh.
Yes.
Fail.
So who was green on that one?
Josh.
Josh.
Okay. The next one is First Exhibits. First Exhibits. Real first-time exhibitor or completely made up?
All red.
Let's see. 3 red. You are correct.
Yay.
That is a completely made up one. Okay, next one is Plush Fanatics. Fanatics. Real time or completely made up?
All green.
We are green. That is completely made up. You all lose.
Oh.
Sounds real.
All right. The next one is called Downtown Bamboo. Downtown Bamboo. Real time exhibitor or completely made up?
Go on with it.
All green.
Oh, it's wrong again. That is completely made up.
Oh, man.
All right. Let's try USA Buttons. USA Buttons. That is correct. All 3 are green. It is a real first-time exhibitor.
All right, let's do like 2
Okay.
more. How about that?
Sure. Kangaroo. Real first-time exhibitor or completely made up? Everyone's green? That's right. It's a real first-time exhibitor. Right now, it's Josh is in the lead with 6. Ranger has 5, and Randall has 4. So
It's anybody's game. No, it's
this
not really.
is. We'll do 2 more.
Okay.
Blondie Ambition. Blondie Ambition. Everyone's red. That's correct. Everyone. It was completely made up. It is the name of a Ben & Jerry's ice cream flavor.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it sounds like a Ben & Jerry's. Yeah.
And for the win, Cuddles and Friends. Cuddles and Friends.
Ooh. Yeah.
That is a real first-time exhibitor. Everyone gets a point. And the winner is Josh with
All
8
right.
points. Let's check the chat room, see who else got
No
8
one
points or
really,
higher.
yeah, said anything.
Okay, fantastic.
All right. So I put done late on here, and I have no idea what that means.
What did you say?
Oh well. Oh, on my notes I have something that just is done late. No idea why I put that on there.
I guess that just means start late, as usual.
As usual. No, we started
Yeah.
on time, sorta, kinda.
Sort of. Well, you can't have a live show without it being late a little bit.
It's tradition for it to start 8 minutes later than the posted time. Like exactly 8 minutes is when. I mean, that's happened several times.
Hey, better late than never, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
I'll promise next time I do this, I'll have
Exactly.
everything better organized and whatnot.
I think your audio wasn't playing for the video. If you go into your computer, the control panel or the mixer for your speaker, there's probably you need to raise the volume of the video.
Probably. I'll have to figure it
I
out.
think he already did that. There might be some other secondary controls he needs to mess with.
Could be in the Google program.
Yeah, it's YouTube and Google changed everything around, so just trying to figure out how to get this to broadcast was an adventure. But we got it. We're here. We're having fun. Let's see. In the chat room, Ryan Wilcox says he got 7 right. He said he did terrible, but I think he actually did better than me, so good job. Gavin, I got all of them right, or did I?
Trollface.
He probably got none of them right.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with he did not get them all right.
Yep. All right. So that puts us at almost just shy of an hour. That's all I had. Anybody want to add anything? We'll discuss here. Chat room, come up with some questions. We'll take a look and see what we can do.
Any questions about working at a park?
Yes. How was it living at the park you worked at?
Oh goodness. Walking to work every morning is wonderful. Never have to wait for traffic. Just have to wait on security and getting everyone's bags checked.
Oh yeah, but it's better to be safe that way, so can't complain there.
Where are the dorms or whatever at Carowinds? Like, are you in the parking lot, or do you have to walk across the street, or what?
No, I'm in the campground. It's we have
yeah.
the work camper program. I think Kings Dominion got rid of theirs, so
Uh,
I'm gonna go have a talk with Mr. Pat and make sure that we keep it.
Yeah, they have their they have employee dorms, and then they also have the campground. It's just they're farther down the road.
Yeah,
so they get shuttled in.
I love our campground because a lot of the other campgrounds in the Charlotte area are not as good as this one. But then again, there's one at a state park somewhere around here that's the best. But if you want to stay close to the city, this is the best place to stay if you got a camper.
Awesome. What you do at the park, if you don't mind me asking?
I worked at Vortex, Slingshot, and Scrambler. So Vortex is our wonderful stand-up coaster.
Nice. An operator?
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if it continues to be the stand-up coaster for much longer.
No, hold on.
I can admit, being an operator, there's days where it's not that great, but the majority of it, it's a fun job.
Oh, I had a great time because when I worked at Scrambler, I could just talk and joke with the guests, and on a lot of them, because I always hear that, oh, Fury is the tallest and fastest in the world. No, it's not. So they would be so shocked when I tell them the truth. And technically, the truth is posted. They're ignorance. Ignorance is bliss. So, and then Slingshot was wonderful because we would ride all the time. If there's nobody riding, we'll just ride to advertise. And I know one day, because we had to push the pedal to get it to come down.
Right.
And one day, 2 of my other associates were in it. One of them was constantly flipping the capsule, so I brought it all the way down about 4 feet above the concrete, and they were still upside down spinning. So it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was when I was a mechanic, I would do that. I'd just be like, I'd just walk up to a coaster, find an empty seat, jump and be like, I'm test riding, and off I went.
Yeah. The only issue I have with Vortex is, you have to adjust the seats, and if you get a whole row of kids, and I'm on the train trying to load them in, you push them down, they stand right back up. Even for some adults, you ask, can you please put your feet flat on the floor? I can't put my feet down. Please put your feet down. So, but other than that, it's wonderful to work here. It has its ups and downs. So, it'll happen. And then for Scarowinds, I worked rides from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and I clocked in for Scarowinds, and worked Scarowinds from whenever I clocked in to around 1 a.m.
Okay, were you a scare actor or?
Yeah, I was a monster in our new maze.
Oh, okay, cool. I was a monster as well, and it's a lot of fun. It's again, like you said, a lot of work.
Yeah.
You would think you're just scaring people, but
It's a lot of work. Like,
it is.
I have to wear, you know what a ghillie suit is?
Yeah.
Like when you, unfortunately, it doesn't look anything like corn, but I still had to wear it, so I'll make my own for next season. And that thing would get so hot. People who are in normal costumes, it would freeze to death, but I'll be sitting there sweating. And I sweat more there than I would at Scrambler. And Scrambler has no covering and has no shade.
Right.
And then
I was in a.
they changed our thing this year where we have to have a break before Scarowin starts, so we don't get a break during the event. So as soon as the event starts at 7, we're in our maze until the park closes.
Yep, that's kind of how we were. So
it's like that.
It's like, yeah. Jason, I would ask you how working at a park is, but you're just going to give us a PR spiel. So.
It is so difficult working in all the rides. I mean, I personally operate every single ride at Great Adventure, and I have to run around to every single ride just to get it going. That's not true at all. I don't even work at rides.
I was going to say I've seen you work, and that's nowhere near close to what you do.
By the way, the speed that the lines moved the last time I was there, I'm like, that actually makes sense. You know, he's pointing.
Hey, like I said, the day we went, no lines whatsoever. I mean, there was a line, but it was an artificial line because El Toro was running one train, Bizarro was running two, but not Bizarro. Bizarro wasn't even running. Nitro was running 2 trains, but there were still no lines, so I couldn't complain.
It was good. It was a good weekend. Good weekend.
Yeah,
our last weekend, the last Saturday, I think it was the 28th or something, or the 29th, because it was the 29th, our Saturday. It was our last Saturday of the season. They wouldn't give us the we have a closing ceremony for Scarowinds. It's a wonderful way to end the season. And Miss Pat came up and we asked her about attendance numbers for the last day. She wouldn't give us an exact number, but she basically said, take our highest attendance record for Scarowinds on a Saturday and add 10,000 more people to it.
That's crazy. I kind of feel bad for people who work Halloween Horror Nights. They have to deal with conga lines almost every day. We would get them on Saturdays, and it was just horrible. You're sitting there trying to scare people, but it's just a constant line of people coming in. So really, you would scare. Everyone in the room would see it, and you would have to just sit there for a minute or so to let that place clear out to bring in new people.
That's why I liked my spot in Dark Harvest. It was it's like you go through a moonshine still, and I think Gavin's in chat. He said he went to Carowinds. I don't know if he went to Scarowinds or not, but it's like after a moonshine still, it's a long 30-foot hallway, and then you make a U-turn and go around another hallway, and then into the next room is the wood chipper room with our chainsaw guy and the drop box. So I have that whole hallway. It's about 50 feet worth of hallway. When towards the end of the season, I had my new scare tactic where I'd hide in the middle of the hallway and then do a sprinting run scare at the first person in the group. And if they get scared, great. Then I'll go run around the corner and hide again. And I'll either let them pass or scare them again. If I let them pass, I'll scare the people behind them so I can split up their group, and then I can hop over to the other side of the hallway, hide in my other corner, and then scare the next people, and then run back down the hallway again. But then again, my hallway is about 4 feet wide. I'm wearing steel toe shoes next year.
Yeah, I wore them this year, and it
good
helped.
idea.
Ranger, you went to HHN and all that, if I remember right.
Actually, I didn't. I didn't go to HHN. I totally ran out of time, but I did put in a full night at Hallow Scream. I haven't really done a whole lot of haunt stuff. I've pretty much just done Six Flags Over Texas and Hallow Scream. I'm trying to think. I've done like another local event here and there, but those are really the only 2 major parks that I've done. I was pretty impressed with Hallow Scream. They had some it's some pretty solid stuff there. Some good scares, really really well decorated, really good atmosphere. But I mean, overall, I'd have to say I'm not really a big Halloween guy. I'll go to events, I'll meet up with people, like if they're there, but I'm not gonna like hop on an airplane to fly halfway across the country to go to a Halloween event.
Did
That
House
makes sense.
a new house this year? Or was it one of the parks that had a new one?
Hall Extreme had Hotel Hell or Motel
Yeah,
Hell.
yeah, they had that one, and then they had like the Black Hole was also a new one.
Right.
The pirate theme one. Like I made that video for In the Loop where I walked through the Motel Hell, and I gotta tell you, like when I made that video, it was 1,000 times scarier than when you just walk through it as a guest, because I mean they've got all the actors there that are all right on top of you. I mean they're all looking at just you. You've got the bright lights from the camera shining right in their face, so everything else is darker, and it was just a lot scarier. But
That looked like a fantastic house. It had a lot of theming, a lot of places for monsters or characters to hide. So I can imagine that was.
Yeah, definitely. And I only got the whole thing when I went through the first half of it by myself, because that video was the first half.
Yeah.
I'd say that was the second best house there. The Bayou house was the best house, in my opinion.
Yeah, that one's been around for I think 3 years now, so maybe longer. I don't know, but I can see
Randall,
you give it some time to improve on it.
Yeah.
Did Kingston
Jason? Maybe. Jason?
Was Jason still there?
Are you with us?
Oh yeah, it's cutting in and out, so I can barely hear. But
We're talking about like you do anything. I know you're probably working and all that, but anything you would like to add?
so once I'm done in the office, I go outside and actually I am in every single haunted maze at Great Adventure. It's really difficult because I have to put the makeup on, get a costume on, and then I have to take the costume off, put on a new costume, go to the next haunted maze, and then when I'm done there, I take off that costume, put on a new one, run to the next one, and that's why the lines there are so long.
And then get all that done so you can go film Dead Man's Party.
Yes. That's my daily life during Fest. It's crazy.
Good. All right, so that's about it. That's all we got. Unless they say you guys want to add anything else. If not, we'll call it a night. Throw out your social media, whatever.
I'm expecting Drew to have another 30-minute conversation on cups at IAPA again.
That was fantastic. They didn't even talk about the roller coaster.
I would love that.
We'll have to wait and see on the next podcast on that one. I just want to say Holiday in the Park is coming up. I guess that's the Six Flags version of it. And Holiday in the Park at Six Flags Over Texas is really, really good. I mean, they keep almost all the rides open. If you go during the right time, like the first or second weekend of December, there's nobody there. They're open during the week up to Christmas. There's nobody there. They've got all the pretty lights up. They've got lots of different Christmas shows, and they've got one whole section where they have lights on the trees and on the ground and everywhere, and then they play like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and then they have the lights coming on and off in time with the music. It's really fantastic. So if you're wondering when a good time to come to Six Flags Over Texas is, I'd come first week of October or first week of December.
All right, good to know.
I should
keep that in mind.
Sunday.
What was that?
That I should be back at Dollywood on Sunday. We're planning it, so.
Oh, nice. Grab some video, maybe send it in. We'll get it up. All right. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry for the long delay. We'll be sure to get this out on a more consistent basis. And that's it. So, yeah. Anybody else? Say bye.
Bye.
See you later.
All right. See you later, guys.
That's not how you end a podcast. podcast. There's
Well, then
things
take it away.
to say.
Take it away and just tell me when you click the button.
All right, everyone. See ya.
See ya.